Don't even begin to ask me about it. Don't even ask me about it, Sparrows. The only thing I can say about this is maybe, just maybe, a lot of people are coming on at once. Could it be that there's quite a few people coming on at once? I don't know. I have been pumping it up. I know Kim's been pumping it up. It's been quite a few people circulating for this show tonight. That's the only thing I can possibly think that it could have been for us to just be kicked out like that. That is the only thing I could possibly think of. Oh my gosh, is it going to be like that? I am still waiting for Mr. Colyar to come on and come into the room. You did not have to start out. Maybe it was a Facebook thing, Patricia. I'm not sure. I had to start over too. I had everything set up so beautifully. Now all of a sudden, I had to just come back in. OMG. But tonight is not going to be it. I'm going to call and see where our guest is. That's what I'm going to do because it's like 8 minutes after. It's 8 minutes. I don't know. Tiffany, I think we had a surge. Something took place here, kicked everybody out of the room. It wasn't that many, maybe 10, 12 people in here. OMG. However, I'm going to give it another moment or so for everybody else to come back into the room. My apologies on behalf of whatever happened. Hopefully, Michael Colyar will be in here momentarily. He should be. But like I was saying, it's that kind of a situation. You cannot control technology. Whatever happens, happens. You just have to roll with it or do without it. And in this case, I'm good. I've learned how to roll with the punches and accept things as they come. Yes, I'm just going to double check. Okay, I'm going to give him a jingle and see where he is and if he's having issues getting on as well. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to the room. I'm going to call him. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if he's having any issues. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for your patience. Angie, hey girl. Oh my goodness. Whew. I'm starting to heat up already. I am heating up already. Hi, Dollface. How are you doing, Ash?
Oh my God. Hi.
Hi.
I'm over here working and forget. I'm jumping on right now.
Yeah, I knew you had to, but it's all good. We got kicked out, so I had to boot back up again. So you should be okay. I've already sent you the invite.
So let me hang up the phone and go.
Okay, ciao.
All right.
Bye. That's how we do it over here at TVM. He is all over the place for the simple fact he's got a ton of things going on. So I'm so grateful that he's taking the time out of his busy schedule. And you'll understand why in a little while when he shares all of the things that he has going on. So he's forgotten about little TVM over here, but not because he's about to jump on the line, as in right now. He is here. So I'm going to go ahead and approve it, bring him on to see what this juice is all about. That indeed.
Oh, we.
Look at you sliding in. Sliding in.
I feel terrible.
Sliding
I just happen to be, I'm so crazy busy that it slipped my mind. I'm sitting here in the office working. I've been running all around the place trying to get it together, and I was getting ready for you. Look how beautiful you are. Look at that green dress.
Yes, I figured I'd rock some green for you this evening.
Oh, you rock it. That's green like the money. Green like that money. You know we love that. Hold up a second. I'm going to get my little table and set this thing up nice and neat. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Hold up, y'all. I'm coming.
They know
I'm
you're
on
coming.
my way.
I told them you're all over the place.
On my way.
Going on.
All right. Woo! We made it. All right. Hi.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the room.
Oh, you're just the greatest person anywhere, and I'm sorry that I wasn't actually absolutely on top of it on time because we've been playing the thing forever,
I
and it's just
know.
like so much work came in for me today, girl. So many people called in with ideas and
Blessings.
thoughts. Yeah, and then
Hey.
I'm looking up. I was going through some stuff, through some paperwork, and the phone rang, and I was like, I wonder if that's Kelly calling me. And
Uh-huh.
then I see it was you. I was like, oh no!
See?
So
I'm
good
quick to do it.
evening.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
I'm fabulous
I
and
didn't know
on
we was
top.
dressing up though. I could have.
That's
Well, let
just
me
how
get my
I
hat.
roll. You're gonna put your hat on?
My hat
There you
is
go. That's your
something.
signature
Let me get
anyway.
back in the game, okay?
Yes,
How's it
I'll doll
going?
up a little bit for my evening shows. Like usually
You
during the
look
day,
lovely.
I'll put my knots and stuff on. Thank you.
But you look lovely without dialing up too, though. So you didn't have to go that far. You right there. You right there. How are you this evening?
Excellent. I am.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. I am
I'm
I am
glad you're
blessed
here, man.
to be here. I'm happy to be here. So thrilled to know you, to know people like
Ditto.
you. It enhances my life. So where we
The
going? What we gonna
feeling's
talk about
mutual.
first?
Well, I've
Thank
already
you.
given an overview of you. Who does not
Okay.
know who you are, first of all? So I just still gave a glimpse anyway. But just because you are who you are, why don't you give an overview of Michael Collier? You have such a long list. The actor,
Oh
the
Lord have mercy. Don't
comedian,
even
the
get me started
motivational
on me.
speaker,
Yes.
think about it. It's a list.
Michael Colyar, world famous, world renowned, often talked
Yes.
about, alleged comedian.
Hmm.
Gentleman and a scholar, intellectual giant in a pool of mental midgets and a connoisseur of fan haberdashery. But basically, I'm a comedian and an actor, motivational speaker, author, playwright now, poet, and mostly I'm just a Renaissance man who loves my life. I love my queen, Kelly, my goddess. I love my God. God is
Yes.
everything to me. I'm that
Everything.
crazy person who's willing to die for God. I'm the kind of person that if I heard the voice of God say, run in front of the truck, I'm gone, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later
I'm
because I'm
right
running in
there
front of the
with
truck.
you.
Yeah, I love God more than I love myself, and I love Michael Colyar, so but like all humans, I am a flawed individual. There is no perfection in our world. Practice don't make
Exactly.
perfect. Practice
Never.
just makes better. So we can just keep getting better. As long as we're aiming in the right direction, though, we're going to be all right soon as the swelling go down.
Absolutely, as soon as the swelling goes down. But you have to
Hmm.
follow your wind. And if your wind, your conscious, your spirit guide, whatever, God, when you
Hmm.
listen, then you can't go wrong. And like you said,
That's right.
whatever he says, that's what's going down. That's the very reason I'm sitting in this seat right now. That's the very
That's
reason
right.
I wrote what I wrote, how I became fabulous and a
Hmm.
lady all the time, and
Ain't he good, though?
he's fabulous.
I used to say God is good. Now I say chicken is good and God is great. You know? Yeah, yeah. So yes, I'm being so blessed these days that I'm able to actually actualize my dreams, and it's something that I wish on everybody. I hope everybody can learn how to
Yes.
monetize
Yes.
their madness or
Yes.
monetize their insanity, because we all have gifts. Everyone has a blessing that's put on them, and they have a particular thing that they're here to do. And
Exactly.
if they don't do that thing won't get done. So our goal in life is to figure out what that is. What is it we
Right.
supposed to be doing?
Right.
In the meantime, we do the other things that move our heart as long as it doesn't cause damage to others. At least that's how I'm
It's
rolling.
the safest. It's the safest way to
Hmm.
be. However, once you tap into your truth, who your essence is, that's when
Hmm.
you're truly living and not being
Yeah.
afraid to do that. I love it. Every
Hmm.
day, I'm literally doing what I was born to do. And it's
Yes.
writing, it's
Hmm.
inspiring, it's,
Yes.
being that person for somebody else to say, hey, it's okay if you choose yourself,
Hmm.
if you choose to live and listen to God and walk in that alignment. That's where peace actually is. You haven't even awakened until you do it. So
Well,
that's how I
you
look at
inspire
it.
me. You inspire me in how you stand. How you stand in your integrity. That's inspiring. It's so many people who don't understand the importance of just having integrity,
Right.
of doing what you say you're going to do. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know people say they're going to do something, then they don't do it. And they'll turn around and say, well, I didn't promise. Well, if you said it, it was already a promise.
It's a
If your word
vow.
means anything.
Right.
I think a man is only as good as his word. His word is
Exactly.
nothing. He is nothing. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 I just love that. And it's just all about how you portray and your honesty. You give
Hmm.
honesty and you stand in it, and how you take things that has happened in life and you
Hmm.
craft it into a joke,
Hmm.
but then you're serious at the same time. So whoever's listening or being captivated in the audience, they get
Hmm.
exactly where you're coming from. That's what's fascinating about you.
I, I think it is a beautiful gift that God gave me of communication. I think
Mm-hmm.
everything's about communication and
Yes.
relationships, and the communication tool that I have, because I do have the discernment
Right.
to be able to make you laugh, to let your guards down, and then
Yes.
slip in some knowledge,
Uh-huh.
slip in some wisdom, slip in some humanity,
Yes.
because I'm always trying to face God, and this is not, and it's weird because when it comes down to things like religion, I'm not religious, I'm more
Right.
spiritual
Spiritual.
than religious.
Yes.
But I'm always trying to face God. And the more I face God, the better I feel about myself, the
Mm-hmm.
happier I am, the better I sleep, the more accomplished I am, the more stuff works out for me because
It
I
does.
think I think if you follow your heart, you really are dealing with God because I think God resides in the center of your heart.
Yeah.
So the closer you get to the
Yeah.
heart, the closer you get to God. And see, people be out here screaming about they need money, but God got all the money.
All of it.
God got all of that. Yeah.
All of it. You forget who your
Hmm.
actual creator is and what he encompasses. So
Not only
that's
who he
everything
is,
in
but
one word.
yeah. Yeah, you said it in encompasses too, because it's not just who he is, just what he is, what he has, but it is his total essence.
Right.
In the Bible, my favorite Bible story is David and Goliath.
Yes.
And it's because Goliath was a low down man. He was low down. This giant dude was horrible. And he
Yes.
was coming into villages and killing and raping and biting off heads, just terrible, terrible stuff. But when he got to David's village, David took him out with just some smooth stones from the river and a slingshot. And when he faced Goliath, he said, I'm going to tear you up, but it's not going to be because of who I am or what I
Yes.
have, but
Right.
look at who I'm with.
Right.
Look at who I'm with. Because one with God is a majority. And no matter what your challenges are in life, if you remember that you and God can handle it as long as y'all stick together,
Exactly.
it makes it so easy. There's a great, great power in prayer. Prayer is so powerful. I
Everything.
don't care what situation I've been in.
Uh-huh.
If I prayed, it got better, no matter what it was, you
In the
know?
moments. It takes your mind off of it and you can give it up. That's the very
Hmm.
reason I use sparrow as an analogy for everything. Dear sparrow, because sparrows
Hmm.
don't worry about anything. They trust, they know God's got them. So when you know that beyond your knowing,
Nice,
what are you worried about?
nice. Right, right,
Just
right. Don't
live.
worry. Don't worry. Just live,
Yeah.
God is great. And I get up in the morning every day and I start with prayer.
Uh-huh.
But my prayers are never about begging for stuff.
Right.
Oh God, please give me this. God, please give me that. I already know that God wants me to have what I want to have.
Exactly.
My goal is to be very clear on my intention.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I really want to have? And when I'm
Right.
clear on that, then
Right.
I get it and I get it quicker. That's why I'm always talking to people about making sure you have a vision board.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a vision board?
I do. I have more
Yes.
like a
You know who
vision
has
tree.
vision boards?
Mm-hmm. Tree.
Huh?
I have a vision tree.
Well, oh, that's even better. Well, the people with vision boards are only everyone who's successful. Everybody who's successful has a I mean,
Yeah.
Beyonce got one, and so does
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Oprah has one, and she showed to help Steve Harvey with his. Steve Harvey helped Kevin Hart with his. Everybody needs a vision board
Right.
because you want to see it. You want to see the thing that you want to make happen.
It
It
makes it
makes it
real.
easier and quicker. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it lays on your mind, on your subconscious, the thing you say you want.
Right.
And your subconscious is a surging energy of force of energy that just needs direction. And you
That's
give it
exactly
direction
it.
by what you think,
Right.
Yeah. So I get up and I say my prayers. My prayers are about gratitude. My prayers are
Yeah.
about thank you, God, for this, and
Yeah.
thank you, God, for that. Well, before I say my prayers, though, I brush my teeth because I don't like to talk to God with a dirty mouth.
That's not
And
cute.
then and then I kiss my queen and I say my prayers and I start my day. And all of my days are fabulous.
Yes.
And people say, well, everybody have a bad day sometimes. Not me.
It's how you look at
I
it.
don't have none of them
It's how
ever.
you look at it.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
have the
how you
power
look
to
at it.
change. It's your attitude toward whatever's happening.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
good
And
in all things.
even when stuff happened to you,
Right.
it don't matter what happens. What matters is how you deal with it. You know?
Period. Period. That was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the
Mm-hmm.
questions that I got after writing my book and
What
knowing.
kind of question? What question?
How did you get through it? How can you smile
Oh.
every day, knowing that you've lost a child? How
Mm,
can you get through your life? How do you get out of the bed? And I basically
mm-hmm.
say, I choose to. I choose to get
Mm.
up. I choose to laugh. I choose to live. I can't stay there. You can't change what's happened. You accept what has happened and know that it's beauty even in broken. Now you have to find that light that gets through all the cracks and just know that God loves you that much to get you through it. So when you can get through it and you can pull somebody else up, that's there. So that's how I look at it.
Well, that's powerful stuff. And there's a lot of power in choice. It's all about knowing
It is.
that it's in your choosing.
It is.
Everything that we have now and everything that happened to us actually was a product of our choice.
Right.
And
Right.
so if you someplace you don't want to be, then
Change
choose
it.
again. Yeah, make
Yes.
a different choice,
Mhm.
but keep it moving. It's
Mhm.
like on a bicycle. As long as you keep pedaling, you're gonna keep
You're
going.
moving forward.
Yeah, if you stop pedaling, you're gonna coast for a little while, then you're gonna fall over to the side. But if you just keep on going, just a little bit at a time, one step at a time,
That's it.
before you know it, you'll be wrapped up in your goal,
That's it.
you in your achievement, in your joy. Like I said to you earlier, that God always presents himself as joy.
Uh-huh.
When you get back to joy, it's all right. That's why
Yes.
laughter is so powerful.
It
You know,
is. It's
if you
medicine.
could if you could laugh through a thing, you can get through a thing.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Hmm.
That's why it was vital to have you on to show the flip side of that. Music is
Yeah,
amazing. I love music.
me
Love
too.
it. And it gets me through so much. However, at the end of the day, if I'm not listening to music, it's mandatory that I'm laughing.
Oh, laughter's so good for you.
Yeah.
It's so good for you mentally and physically, and
Yes.
it has been proven scientifically that the people that laugh longer
Live
live
longer.
longer. Yep, just keep on laughing, man. There was this guy in the 70s. His name was Dr. Norman Cousins. Are you
Okay.
familiar with him?
I am not. Please educate me.
There was a major magazine in the 60s called the Saturday Evening Post.
Mm,
That magazine, Look magazine, and Ebony magazine were
yes.
the same size. Remember the big
Okay.
size of and they were very, very prominent magazines, but Saturday Evening Post was huge. Well, its senior editor was the gentleman that I'm speaking of.
Yes.
He was told he had cancer,
Mm,
and his name is Norman Cousins. And anybody could look this up. Dr. Norman Cousins saved his life through laughter and oranges. And if you pull him up, you will read that story. So in '66, he was told he had 6 months to live because he had
wow.
cancer.
Mm-hmm.
First thing he did is he got out the hospital. He said, if you sick, you don't want to be in the hospital because everybody in there sick too. You don't want to be in a building
Yes.
full of sick people. Get out of there. Then he went to a hotel and rented the nicest suite they had
Look at
because
this.
the nicest suite they had in the hotel was cheaper
Ugh.
than a night at a hospital. Okay.
Very smart.
Then he had them roll a TV in, and back then they had VHS tapes.
Uh-huh.
And he got everything he could find in comedy. The Three Stooges, Heckle and Jekyll, the Marx Brothers. He had cartoons, and he got oranges and orange juice and everything vitamin C he can get his hands on. And he
Interesting.
stayed in that room day and night, consuming oranges and vitamin C in every way he could, and laughing and
Yes.
laughing. Now he died anyway.
Yes.
Here's the thing: we all gonna die sooner or later. He died, but he
Inevitable.
died in the late 70s. Like 14 years later, he died. By the time he died, he had written 7 books, and he was one of the professors at UCLA.
Love
And
it.
you can go look him up. Professor or Dr. Norman Cousins. And I
Yes.
say this to illustrate the power of laughter, the
Mhm.
power of
Mhm.
humor. You
Mhm.
know, you can really make it. Plus, humor dress you up your face. You know, some people, you look at their face and they're hard to look at, but a smile can turn it right around, you know? And it's easier. It takes 12 muscles to smile.
It
It takes 34
does.
muscles to frown. To
Yes.
be a bad guy, to be mean, is actually hard work, you know? So I
Not worth
love
it.
being a comedian. It's easy.
It
That's
is
right.
totally easy. It looks good on you and everybody else, and just focus on and
Mm-hmm.
making it a choice to do. Just smile
Mm-hmm.
because. Arouse curiosity.
Yeah.
What are you smiling at? Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
you have to just laugh through it. And there's quite a few people in the room that mentioned that Dr. Norman Cousins, that they've read that and they know about that story. So it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting and it does work. I mean, I am a witness to what
Mm-hmm.
music and laughter does. I will shut myself off and really go overboard with it. I would. So,
I love it all the time, and I try to make sure it's in everything I do.
uh-huh,
You know that humor is there. I mean, as you know, I'm doing a one man play. I don't know if your folks know it, but I'm
uh-huh,
doing a one man play called Michael Colyar's Mama.
mm-hmm.
And if you like your mama, you're gonna love this play. Hold up, I want to show y'all my mama.
Show mama.
Got a picture of my mama right here. This is the playbill. Let me see right
Hey,
there. That's my
mama.
mama.
Yeah.
If you like your mama, you're gonna love this play. This is the play, the thing we're using to sell the play here
Yes.
in Hollywood. It shows in
Yes.
Hollywood September 12th and 13th at the Hollywood Barnsdall Theater. And the play is so powerful because it's my life story. So many people think they know my life because they've seen me in public for so long.
Right.
You know, so many people have either seen me as Gina's boss on Martin, Mr. Whitaker,
Uh-huh.
or they've seen me in House Party 3, you know, or they've seen me, or they've heard my voices in animated series
Right.
or movies like The Princess and the Frog, or they've seen me, you know, in Poetic Justice. They've seen me in something on TV.
Right.
All of the comedy shows, Def Jam, I co-created Comic View. So people see me in so many things that they think they know me, but they only go by that one individual thing they saw or the
Right.
several things they saw. So
Mm-hmm.
they sort of lock me into a little box. I'm a comedian, I'm a this, I'm that.
Right.
But the thing is, I have a totality of all of it. I'm not just an actor or just a poet or just a comedian. I'm some of all of that. So,
Absolutely.
so the play that I'm doing called Michael Colyar's Mama is so good. And you still hear me clearly?
I can.
Okay, it's so good because I am dramatic in here. I'm acting out my addiction. People who know my story for real know I'm a crackhead. So I did
Right.
crack for 23 years. And as of March 1st, I have 8 years of pure sobriety. So in this play, I get to act it out. You know,
Yes.
you see me sneaking in the house 3:30 in the morning, you know, heart pumping fast, I'm walking fast, I'm sweating like R. Kelly in the playground, you know. And you see me go through the addiction and the recovery. And you see
Right.
me come to the realization that everything is about family and God. But
Period.
in between every portion of the drama, it's comedy.
Yes.
It's always another joke. It's always a way to laugh, you know, because that is what really fills us up with the light we need to always shine is
Exactly.
the humor,
It
you know.
is. And laugh
Yeah.
all the time. I love to talk
Oh,
about
I
telling
love
the
laughing.
sparrows, like whatever you do, even laugh at yourself. It's important that you do that and not take everything
Hmm.
to heart, beating yourself up all the time and knowing that it's always something brighter on the other side. So if you choose laughter, you have nothing
Hmm.
to worry about. You don't.
That's right. That's
It's an
right.
amazing
And
thing.
there was a Chinese monk, and there's a story about this Chinese monk that believed that you should laugh at everything, no matter what, how tragic, how
Yes.
blue, laugh at everything. And when he died, you know, he left in his will for him to be buried with all of his clothes on. And they have a funeral pyre, you know, with a fire where they build a fire, they wrap your body, they
And you
sit you,
put you
and they
in it.
burn you, and they
Right.
pray.
Right.
So he insisted that they bury him without removing any of his clothes.
Right.
So when he died, they put him on the funeral fire, they set the thing on fire, and it started exploding.
Mm.
He had taped fireworks to his entire body. And it was the biggest fireworks show ever. And everybody was in shock. Then they burst out laughing because they realized that he even left this planet pulling practical jokes and doing it in the name of joy. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Respect what he wants.
That's right.
Just
That's
respect
right.
that. If that is what it
Mm-hmm.
surrounds in your life, do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, how
Yeah.
do you crack yourself up? What is it that you do that inspires yourself?
It ain't me. I watch other people.
Yes.
I'm a big people watcher. Trump tickles me.
Oh, yeah, I
Trump makes
love
me
that.
laugh
I love
all the time.
that.
He's got something stupid to say every 15 minutes. You could set your watch by when he gonna say some more ignorant mess. And I mean, did you see him speak at the 4th of July function? And he said, in the colonial times, our troops had to protect our forts and our airports. Airports in 1776, we didn't get a plane
It
until
was
1908. And I laugh all the time at him and his hair and how backwards he is and how he knows nothing. And I laugh at society that they put him in that position, that they'd
it's
allow him to be
embarrassing.
in that job.
Yeah,
It's embarrassing, but it's pretty humorous.
it is.
Comedians love Trump. We're going to miss Trump if he ever gets out of office because
It's
no fool
material.
is going to say the stuff he says every single day. Nobody else is going to do it. You can't pay nobody. He don't even care if he looks stupid. It's almost like dealing with a drunk heckler. Drunk hecklers are hard to kill. You can't kill them because they don't know that everybody laughing at them. You know? So now I get humor in just life, In the news, there's always funny things.
Right.
You don't have to search for it. You
No.
just walk down the street and see what somebody else is doing, and just look at life. And what I do is I look at how serious people get sometimes.
Right.
You know, I told you about the poem.
You did tell me about the poem.
And I said I was going to read that poem on this show, and you said that I may.
I said you
Is that still
could.
okay?
It is
Even
okay.
with that word in it, you
It's
noticed that I
it's
haven't
it's
cursed.
one word. It was only
And
one
you notice I
time.
haven't cursed the whole time. Did you notice
Yes,
that? I've
I'm
been on my
proud
good
of you.
behavior.
I'm
Well,
sending
that
you
was
a
by
virtual
that
hug.
that was by design, because I've been
Thank
wanting to
you.
cuss the whole time. But I had written this poem, and so I had written this poem, and it was this past Saturday,
Yeah.
and I wrote the poem. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's another one. Wait a minute. That's another one that's like it. It's funny, when I was going through the
Oh
poem,
my goodness.
I found a second poem that was like it.
Uh-huh.
That's called "Get Your Big Ass Up," and
Oh my
it,
goodness.
it was similar to this poem. Hold on one second. And I was like, I look like I'm on a theme. It's like I got a theme going
Of all these poems?
uh, about wake up being positive poems. But when I did this poem
Yes.
Saturday, I did it to empower people. The poem was in me. I didn't have to get up and say, "Oh, I think I like to write a poem. What shall I write about?" No, I woke up and these words was coming out of my face. And I said, "Oh, I got to write this
Okay.
quick." In fact, if you look at the piece of paper, you see how much I done scratched up words
That's
and tried to
genius. That's the
I
best
tried to
stuff.
fix it, and I said, let me write it, but I was also trying to post at a decent time in the morning,
Yes.
so it was like 6:30 in the morning. I'm trying to write this poem out, and the poem is about enlightenment and joy,
Yes.
and having faith in God and this whole thing. But I use one word of profanity,
Yes,
and
it's the
because I
one.
used that one word of profanity, me and this woman had to go back and forth all night long arguing about how I messed up a great poem because I was disrespecting elders and that I was, cussing. So I want to
Oh
share this
my
poem.
goodness. Okay. Go
It's
for
called
it.
it's Saturday morning. I don't even know what it's called. You can call it what you want. That's gonna be the name of this poem when I print it.
Okay.
Okay. It's Saturday morning, and what you gonna do? Are you gonna quit, or are you gonna work it through? Are you gonna cry, or are you going to love? And are you gonna remember to call on the God above? I'm not trying to be flip or trying to be cheesy, but when God has got your back, everything is easy. Even if you're living on bread and beans, remember God created you with designer genes. Remember you are powerful, blessed, and great. Keep walking towards your destiny. It ain't too late. Remember you are beautiful and black don't crack. Remember life is loving you. Now love it back. Remember, you are beautiful. Forget what they said. Don't let them little motherfuckers get in your head. You're walking in the presence of the King of all kings. And with him in your presence, you can accomplish all things. So slip into your cutest clothes and go out and play and just walk in faith, and you'll have a wonderful day. I love that point.
I love
And
that
one
point.
word threw this woman off so bad I couldn't enjoy it because you said the MF. I added a couple of more words to it and said, I know you ain't gonna like it now, you know. Which takes me to another thing. You can't live for other people.
Never.
You gotta live for you. You know, my mama
Always.
always said, I'll save my soul, you save your soul, I'll save mine. Because in the end, when we face that great entity that created everything from nothingness,
Yes.
y'all not going to be standing there holding my hand. Y'all ain't going to be there getting my back. It's going to be me and Father God, and we're going to have to deal with that, you know?
Period.
Period. Yes.
That's how it
So,
is.
yeah. So
I
I'm
love
doing
that
poetry.
poem.
Well, you know, I have books. I am a poet, and I know it. I'm gonna take y'all with me on a trip over here to one of my offices. Wait, look at my dog.
Yes.
He laying on the floor.
Chilling.
He just laid out. He's so comfortable. This one of the movies I did, The Princess and the Frog.
Yes. One of the faves.
Okay. Let me go over here. I'm going to my little. This is one of my offices. We have two. They both here in the house, though. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's great. I think it's so great when you can work from your home. You know.
Absolutely. I agree.
So I'm working on my third book right now, which is called Michael Goes Motivational. It's motivational speaking from a comedic point of view.
Love it.
But this is my first book. This is on my president, not that dude that y'all put in office. This is my president,
That's
Barack
him.
Hussein
That's him.
Obama. It's called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. You know, now this book is so cool because it shows you that everybody loved him when he first got in office. Every race,
That's a
every
fact.
creed, every color, all the children, everybody loved him. And then soon as he got in office, they tried to tear the White House in half before they let that brother succeed. But look at Barack Obama
He
on
putting
both
it back
sides of the White
together.
House,
Yeah.
pushing it right back together. And down here, them the collard greens Michelle grew at the White House garden. You know, so I sell that book because I really want black people to always remember what a great man Barack is, not was,
Yes, that's
but
true.
is. He was a great president, but he's also more importantly a great man. You know, black men are rare.
Very
Niggas,
rare.
niggas everywhere. You can open the glove compartment of your car before niggas fall out. But black men who have integrity
True
in their
men.
family, in their community, in their queen, in their God, whew, rare indeed. That's who he is. And my second book, which is my pride and joy,
Uh-huh.
it's called Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. It's a poetry book for adult children with a foreword by Les Brown. You know Les Brown, the motivational
Love
speaker out of
him.
Detroit?
Yes.
He wrote, I'm not going to read all the stuff he wrote. There's a little foreword by Les Brown, a little foreword by Les Brown. But his first sentence was, I have been fortunate to meet many talented and gifted people. Two who stand out most in my mind for their ability to change people's lives with the power of the written word are Maya Angelou and Michael Colyar. I didn't ask him to write that. I didn't pay him to write that. He read this book and he laughed with me and he cried with me because it covers a lot of my life and a lot of my story. Like my mama loved the president, so I got an appointment here called My Mama Likes Obama. You know, then
Awesome.
I have a daughter out of wedlock who is everything to me. Her
Yes.
name is Yulani Rain Dawson Colyar. Y'all should go on Instagram and put
Uh-huh.
in Yulani for the Soul. That's Ulani, Yulani for the Soul, and listen
Okay.
to her music. It's beautiful.
Really?
But I had her out of wedlock, you know, and so when she is a child, I didn't get to see her that much. So her mama wouldn't let me really say as much as I wanted to, but I could always call her. So
Yes.
I was determined to be her daddy, even if I was going to be her daddy by phone. This was
I know
called
that's
Daddy by
right.
Phone, you
Yes.
know, and Daddy by Phone. And I read it to her when she was a teenager, and she absolutely loved it. And over the
Aw.
years, you know, her mom finally made sure that we knew each other. Now we have a great relationship. She's 25 years old. She's
Awesome.
fine as frog's hair. You ever see frog hair? You
Very
can't see it.
fine.
It's too
Can't
damn
see it.
fine. And she can sing her heart out. So right now I'm producing her first album.
Look at
And she
you.
loves her daddy. She loves life. She loves God. So that poem is very valuable to me. I even get silly poems in here like fly. You know how you tear your house up trying to kill one fly and the fly still get away, you know? And the one I love most is about my addiction. You know, being a crackhead. I have one
Mm-hmm.
called A Piece of Crack on Your Crack Attack. This one talks about my addiction and recovery. So you
Uh-huh.
see me inside a cocaine vial, but on
Yes.
top it says RIP because when you getting high, technically you did. And then
Mm.
on my shoulder, you see that's a crack pipe. That was the weight I carried. And on my leg, that's a crack rock connected to a chain. That was my ball and chain. So
Wow.
this book is powerful, it's enlightening, it's funny, and we're already working on it to make it an adult swim cartoon for 2020. These are the two main characters,
Awesome.
Slim Goody and Miss Innocent, you know, and it's off the chain. So I am so grateful to God, and I always like to do. If I'm talking to people for a long time like this,
Yes.
I always take a moment to give gratitude because I think we all need to live with an attitude of gratitude. And I am so
Absolutely.
grateful for God. I think daily we should get up and list at least three things
Mm-hmm.
that we're just grateful to God for. I'm grateful for my great, awesome queen, Kelly.
Yes.
I'm grateful for my mother, who is just an amazing human being and
Yes.
transcended 10 years ago, still getting me paid today. You know, make
Yes.
$2 million doing that play. My mama is upstairs with Les Brown's mama. And they saying, well, I think y'all doing
A
really
really
good. Y'all
good
did
job.
well, you know.
Yes.
I am grateful to get to the other side of an addiction and
Mm-hmm.
be back to center again. Well, now I'm creative. I'm creating a TV show. I'm doing comedy almost every weekend in major clubs around the country.
Wow.
I'm doing my play. It's going to do 100 cities and end up on Broadway when I'm getting my Tony Award. And I'm on 4 other projects we ain't even talking about. You
I
know,
know. You can't
so
even share
so I'm
everything.
grateful. You can't. No, I can't tell you all that
No,
stuff.
you
I can
can't
tell you,
tell
but
me
then
everything.
then I'd have to kill you.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. We just stay above ground. Stay above ground. But you're
Yes, stay
right.
above ground.
Gratitude is everything. Every day, two
Everything.
o'clock is my point of
Hmm.
stop. I stop at 2 o'clock to spend time with God and
Wow.
be grateful. That's it
That's
every day. From
awesome.
the time to wake up. Now I've been blogging it every day. So at the end of the year, I will have
Nice.
it's a book when the year's finished. So I'm just going to take
That's
them and just bind
wonderful.
them
That's the
and make it a
book.
book. It's a book.
That's gonna be exciting stuff.
It's about gratitude time. And when you can write it down, it's what it's about that. The simple
That's right.
things, the things that matter, that brings you joy in life. Write it down. Look at it. You're right.
That's right.
Okay.
That's my yes button. So if all else fails for you, get yourself a yes button
Oh, yes,
and
button.
just push it. Yeah. See?
Everything is yes.
So if you getting up and you feeling kind of funky and you don't want to be happy, just walk over, hit the button.
Yeah. If that don't
So
make
you
you
know,
laugh, nothing else will.
hey
Tell
man,
yourself
life will make
yes.
you laugh.
It
Yeah, tell
will.
yourself yes.
Tell
Life
yourself
will tickle
yes.
you. Once you get past the terror of life, it'll tickle you. You
Yeah.
know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of dangerous stuff out there, but what does it have to do with you? There's a lot of things out there that's wrong, mean spirited,
Right.
crooked. What does it
Yes.
have to do with you? What you
Yes.
see is what you get. So I always encourage people to keep your eye on the positive things in life, the things that work in your life. You know, that's what you
Yes.
want to concentrate on. You know, some people
Yes.
say, oh, that dress is ugly. Well, don't look at that dress. Look at another dress or try to find the beautiful things that's in that dress because you don't have to dance in the reality of things being ugly because ugly in itself is an ugly word. Look at how it's
Right.
spelled. Who put
Right.
that together? UGLY, that's ugly. You know? So
Leave it
we don't want
alone.
to do judgment. We want to do joy. Joy is the
Period.
ticket, baby. Being
Yeah.
happy every
Just
day
love on it.
and make the people around you happy. They
Yes.
say if you ever want to get anything in your life, make sure that everybody around you get everything they want. And you will get everything
Right.
you want. And
Right.
if you're busy being productive and positive, you ain't got no time to be negative
Who has
and,
it?
and sad and down. Who's got that time?
I
You
don't.
know, when you figure the average human might get 70 to 100 years, or if you're in the inner city,
If you're
you're a
fortunate.
young black man, you
Mm-hmm.
lucky you got 19 or 20 years. Life is short, man. So you want to spend that being joyful.
Yeah.
Spend that smiling, man. You know, I'm going out with a smile. I'm not even letting nobody bury me. I'm being cremated. And I want
Yes.
somebody to take my ashes and just throw them in Steve Harvey's face. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I love Steve Harvey. I'm just joking. But life is as great as you allow it to be.
So
You
choose
know?
it.
'Cause-
Choose the
Yeah,
best
God
of
gave
it.
it everything. Yeah.
Right.
We have everything right on this planet to let us be as happy as one person could possibly be. And only when you get distracted do you miss it. People will distract you from the joy, but that's
Right.
because they don't have joy. There's people who will tell you can't do stuff. That's because they don't believe in themselves. Who the hell are you to be somebody when I ain't shit? You know, so
Right.
you have to understand that those folks are out there.
Toxic.
People tried to tell the Wright brothers when they invented the plane in 1908 that that thing would never work. It'll never take off. They called Alexander Graham Bell on the phone and told him this thing will never work. You know, so you always gonna have naysayers out there, but don't be in that group. Be in the group of the positive people, the creators of the world. You
Right.
don't want to burn bridges. Russell Simmons is always telling me, you don't want to burn bridges. You want to build bridges. If
Yeah.
you got bridges built in every direction, if you got a break and run, you're gonna be okay. But if you
Exactly.
burn bridges with everybody, when you in trouble,
Done.
you ain't got no place you can
Done.
go.
Nowhere at
Yeah,
all. It's going to take grace himself
that's right. That's right.
to carry you across
So
there.
yay. Oh, let me show you my character I played in The Princess and the Frog.
Okay, let's go
That
into
was me.
voice. Let's go into voice.
I was the chef. Okay, let's go in. Hey, so I was playing Buford. I was the one that when I was behind the counter in a restaurant, and I told her, yeah, you gonna get your own restaurant, and I'm gonna win the Kentucky Derby. And then I started galloping around, slapping my behind with a spatula. You know, that was one of the best jobs I ever had. Animation at Disney. Just to
Really?
go into the Disney animation studio in Hollywood, it is mind blowing. I had goosebumps on top of goosebumps. First of all, it's underground. I didn't
Uh,
know they had stuff underground in LA where we had earthquakes. I didn't even know they had stuff underground.
wow.
I got on an
That's
elevator
news.
and went probably 10 stories underground. And when it opened up, it was a huge corridors, and lined on the walls was every major cartoon that Disney ever had drawn. All of the originals
Love
just
it.
lined up. You walk down there and you just, oh my God, I remember that when I was 8. I remember this. And it's the
Right.
originals, you know? And then when you get in the booth and get ready to do your voice and they bring the picture and tell you, this is you. You be like, wait, they got a picture of me as a character. It's awesome. And the money ain't bad either, you know. So
I can guess it's not.
it was a
Disney?
great job. It was a great job. You know, I also did the Cleveland show. I
Yeah.
did that a little because I actually taught comedy at UCLA. And I taught the producer 15 years ago, the guy who created the Cleveland show, Mike Henry. I taught him stand-up comedy 15 years ago and then
Look at that.
ran into him on a plane one day and he gave me a couple of jobs on there. So, you know, that's why you also want to give. Every place you go, give, give, give. You want to learn how to have anything, learn to give
Yes.
all to
Yes.
all. If you give everything to everybody, you'll have so much stuff you won't have no place to put it, man.
Because it
You
always
know,
boomerangs. It comes right
it
back.
comes right back, and usually it comes back greater. If you're helping
Absolutely.
somebody, I encourage people at my shows that within the next 48 hours, I want you to go out in the street and give $3 to somebody who needs it. And don't do judgment. It's
Right.
all he just gonna smoke it, he just gonna drink it because that's
That's
none of your
right.
business. Your
You gave it
business is to
away.
find your brother who needs you
Right.
and to help him. He might go buy some rocks with it, but he might go buy that loaf of bread. That could be the loaf of bread that turned his
Change him.
entire life
Change him. Yeah.
around. So who are we to judge? Our part is to do our part. So if we just do our part and the other person don't get it right, that didn't have nothing to do with you. That had
Absolutely
nothing
not.
to do with you.
You are the
Yep,
person to intervene at that moment.
that's right.
Stand up. Be present.
That's right.
Where did you get that?
At the regular store, the office supplies. You can go to Staples. They got them in Staples. They cost like
Staples
three
has the
dollars.
yes button. Okay, Veronica Morris, because Veronica Morris was asking about it. Okay, and we have another character.
I don't even know who this is. I saw it in the store and I just like it, so it sits on my desk. Is that joyful? Somebody knows who he is. I have no clue.
I want to say I've seen him before. I just don't have any idea who
Let
he
me see
is.
if it's written on him. It's not even written on him anywhere. Oh wait, the head moves and the arms. I didn't even know that.
New
Wow, who's a
discovery.
famous alligator? Do you know a famous alligator? I don't know any famous alligators.
I don't know.
Or
That's
famous
it's
crocodiles.
a crocodile.
Huh. I'm gonna have to
I just
brush up on
love the
my.
fact that you just have all of these gadgets and you can use them at any given time and create characters around them, especially with those
Yeah, me
Muppets.
too. Me too. I love being creative. Let me go and get my puppet. Cause I gotta show you. I'm just
Which
gonna show
one?
y'all one today. Well, it's so many. Well, maybe three. Let me see.
Yeah, because I can imagine you doing just one.
I'm gonna get the lion. Hey, where's the giraffe? Oh, there he is. The giraffe. Wait a minute. And my main man, Roscoe. Gotta get Roscoe out the corner. Roscoe back here trying to chill. Hold up and let Roscoe sit over here and chill for a minute. We're gonna come back to you, Roscoe. Sit up now. Okay, all right. So
I'm going to tell you what Angel Wright says. She said, "You're
what she say?
everybody's favorite uncle. You're everybody's favorite uncle."
Yay! I am happy to be that. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Angel Wright.
Thank you, Angel. The giraffe loves you. April, Angel, Ryan. And then for the tougher folks, I do have a lion.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. Gotta get his mouth working. I'm sorry.
That's too
Okay, and
much.
then
That is too much right there.
there's my
Oh, I
dude
knew you
here.
were going to bring him. I knew you were going to
That's
bring
my
him out.
main man. That's Roscoe. Now you know it's so funny about Roscoe. When I found Roscoe, I started using him, and people would say, "This my artist friend who did the cartoons for the president's
Mhm.
book.
Mhm.
His name is Demar Douglas.
Yes.
Demar Douglas." And he said, "Oh, you got Peanut." And I said, "Well, who the hell is Peanut?" He said, "No, this character is Peanut Live from 215." So I went online. There is a puppet that looks very similar to this guy
Oh my goodness.
named Peanut, and he's in Philly. So I tried to track the guy down because this is his first cousin. He
Oh
just
my
don't know
goodness.
it.
You guys are
That's
relatives.
right. Right, and he'll chop you in the neck, chop you, so I tried to contact the guy. The guy wouldn't contact me, and then he started telling people that I was biting off of his stuff.
Oh
Shit,
no.
that ain't right. He lied now. So but this is Roscoe. He's a little upset because he wanted dreadlocks, but instead somebody cut him a little short. And he's not a Crip or a Blood, though he's got relatives that are Crips and Bloods, so he don't like to wear anything blue. But somebody
He
sold
got
these
blue
blue shoes
bottoms.
on him, and he don't like that shit. But he's fabulous. He's playful. Then somebody showed me another version of this same puppet.
Okay.
So it's just a little change here, a little change there. This week I got showed another one named Craigie or something. Same one.
Very
So I felt
similar.
a lot better because at first I almost thought it might have been some validity to this guy thinking I'm ripping off his style.
Right.
But it's just a puppet that we add our own life to, give energy to.
Yes.
Give my little hat straight. Hey.
Yeah.
Ain't my face too big to be all up in the camera like that, y'all?
Oh my
He got a
gosh.
big old
Oh my
face.
goodness. I tell you what, your books are great. So after the
Oh,
broadcast,
thank
if you
you.
don't mind putting the information in, are they on Amazon? Where do you sell them from your website?
Well, I sell everything from my website. I sell
Everything.
everything from my website. Yeah. And how much longer are we on?
Hmm. We're good. I'm going to give you extra time
But I hear
because we
something
started at 8.
talking.
What are you here talking?
You playing. Your stuff is playing, saying whatever you saying is coming through again.
It is?
It's doubling up.
You hear an echoing.
Yep.
Probably because you're walking around. No.
I'm standing still.
Now.
You said who you hear talking? It just said that. Wow. Well, as long as you don't hear double, I'm okay.
Well, we only have a few more minutes anyway. We have a
Oh,
few
you
more
stop
minutes.
right at 5?
No, I don't. Sometimes I go over. I just let it decide. It's my
Oh,
show. I can
nice.
stop it when I
Nice.
want.
I like that. It's my party and I cry if I wanna. Yeah, I'm gonna unplug and plug back. Hold up.
Okay.
All right. Let me see now. Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh. Can you hear echoing now?
Nope. It's
See?
gone.
See?
That's the reboot. The reboot will save you every time, you know. So let me just run down quickly some of the things that's going on in my life. First of all, folks, um, I encourage you to go to my webpage. It's The Real Michael Colyar, Colyar.
Very entertaining. Mm-hmm.
TheRealMichaelColyar.com. Oh, it's sexy too.
It's
You can go to
entertaining.
my webpage and it'll lead you to everything. It also has my calendar, so what shows I have upcoming, it'll tell you the
Mm-hmm.
shows. If you want to know more about the play Michael Colyar's Mama, go to my webpage, therealmichaelcolyar.com, and hit the tab called Mama. It's called Michael Colyar's Mama, because it ain't about your mama. It's about my mama. And
Yes.
when you open it up, it'll show you a 6-minute video of the actual play with people's responses to it and pictures from the show. It'll show you I sell a lot of different merchandise. I got a nigga shirt. Have you seen my nigga shirt?
No, didn't even know you had.
Oh,
Let me
you
see
gotta
that.
go and look at my merchandise. Well, on the front it says nigga, Nigga, which stands for naturally invoking God's greatest attributes.
Got it.
You see, nigga is a word that came from several variations of that word,
Yes.
and they all come from Africa,
Yes.
Egypt, and Ethiopia, and they all meant God. They meant king.
Right.
They meant emperor. So on the back of the shirt, it tells you
Oh,
what
I love
country
that.
and what it actually means. It
I
tells you the
love
8
it.
countries it comes from, because what happened is Europeans took the word that was the most important to us
And made it
and used it
derogatory.
to play us against each other, to
Mm-hmm.
make us have to argue and
Right.
fight about it. So senior citizens can say, you shouldn't say that word because my grandparents died in civil rights for that. Your grandparents ain't died in civil rights for the word nigga. She died because them white folks hated her ass and they would have killed her if she said peanut butter. It didn't have nothing to do with the word. You know, and so I want us to claim our power back. The nigga shirt is fly. And women, you look so good in the nigga shirt because it's white on black. It's a black t-shirt with white writing. I tell women to get one, wear it around a man with nothing else but that t-shirt, butt
Uh-huh.
naked, and some
Uh-huh.
fluffy white socks. Woo! It's gonna be a good night, you know. So when you go to my webpage, you'll see the different t-shirts I have. I got one called My Mama Don't Play That because it comes from the play Michael Colyar's Mama. I have books, CDs, DVDs, fish sandwiches, everything we
Everything.
sell on my webpage,
Everything is on there.
therealmichaelcolyar.com. Then if you want to write me, I'm always open because I write personally back to everyone who writes me.
He
I don't have
does.
no staff
Right.
taking it and screening it. You write to me, I write to you. And
Right.
that's at Comic King, COMICKING, Comic King
One, two, three.
123 at AOL.com. I'm one of the last 7 people that has an AOL. So please get in here
You really
before we
are.
become extinct.
You
Yes.
really are.
I'm not just old school, I'm old, you know. Um, and then it also, if you go on my webpage, it'll tell you all the places I'm performing, so you'll see that. But we're doing so much, I got so much stuff coming up. Just follow me on Instagram.
Right.
My Instagram is just Michael Colyar, Michael_Colyar. My Facebook is my name. And if you follow me on all forms of social media, you're going to see a lot of fun stuff happening and going down. Right now, I'm doing my newest movie. It's a takeoff of House Party, and it's called Showboat's House Party. It's off the chain. We shooting it in
Can't
an
wait.
8-leveled mansion in the Hollywood Hills. It's bananas. And Kid from Kid and Play is in it with me and
Love
several other
it.
surprise stars. So it's gonna be good, you know. So that's
Can't
pretty
wait
much
to
all
see
I can get
that.
y'all. Yeah, that's all I get. I mean, I feel like I've
You've given
taken
a
over.
lot of juice.
You didn't get but 2 or 3 sentences in yourself. Oh, wait.
I really did. But go ahead.
And I'm on the cover of a new magazine, me and Roscoe. Check it
What
out.
magazine?
It's called
Lord.
Hollywood Weekly.
Roscoe made the cover. Look at it.
Yep. And this is a cover story with 4 pages all about Michael Colyar and
That
all the
is
different stuff I'm
awesome.
doing. And oh, it's a really It's a really great layout. It talks about my play, my mama's play. It's got me at the house. That picture way in the back there with the white on,
Uh-huh.
that's me on Venice Beach when I first started. That's my queen.
There's
That's Miss
Kelly.
Kelly, who I keep talking about on sweet potato.
That's the
So
one.
so it's all kind of wonderful stuff happening in my life, you know, and please trust me, trust and believe it's not dreams. If there's anything out there you want to do, anything,
Do
I
it.
don't care who you are, you can get it done, especially if you use my famous 15-minute method. 15 minutes towards anything you want to do. I don't care if you weigh 600 pounds and you want to be a ballerina.
Right.
Spend 15 minutes a day on dance and it will happen. Now, I
I
say
agree.
15 minutes. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. And I
I
mean
agree.
doing anything connected to what it
Mm-hmm.
is you want to do. So you're
Right.
600 pounds and you want to be a ballerina. Okay, you might want to spend 15 minutes a day working out. Or you might want to spend 15 minutes a day on the internet studying other dancers. Or
Yeah.
15 minutes a day studying dancers who are overweight. Or 15 minutes a day in your own house in front of the mirror doing dance poses. Anything
Mm-hmm.
towards it, 15 minutes a day. You can take Saturday and Sunday off. Just Monday through Friday. If you do
That's it.
15 minutes a day within 3 months, you'll
You'll see a
have your
change.
dream in your hand.
Uh-huh.
You'll see it. Somebody
Yep.
will call you out the blue and say, ma'am, we understand that you're a little overweight, but you really want to dance. And we have a dance troupe of
Yeah.
overweight women that dance to show other women to have high self-esteem, even though you gained a couple of pounds. We
It's
traveling through
okay.
Europe and we need
Mm-hmm.
one more person. And we heard you're doing it. That's how that works for real.
Yes.
You
Put
know?
forth the effort. Show some
Now,
progress. Be
we probably
serious.
lost some of your viewers because I didn't do jokes. They're probably waiting for jokes.
You
But I
did
didn't.
jokes.
Did I do jokes?
You did
Okay.
do jokes.
The main thing is I didn't lose you. I didn't lose you. And that's what's
That's
important.
right. That's what's
Yeah.
important. And think
Yeah.
about all the people that's going to catch the replay because you're Pacific time, I'm Eastern. So it's still going to be rotating for a while.
Hey, how long does it go? How long it rotate?
Forever. And then I download it and upload it to YouTube. So it's over there too.
Hey, I like it. It's all like I'm almost like a ghost and I keep reoccurring
You
to
keep
haunt you with my
reoccurring.
laughter.
But it's
God is
purpose
great.
behind that. You're a phenomenal person. I'm grateful that you're here today because somebody somewhere needed to hear what we had conversation about. And I'm telling it's true. Dancing. I dance every day and walk
Nice.
every morning, but it's just things that
Nice.
just keep you motivated. You can't change if you don't move, if you don't make a decision.
You gotta
You
keep it
have to do
moving.
what you have to do in order to see any progress. So love
Well,
yourself
you
enough to make the difference.
exactly to make a better choice,
Right,
to commit to yourself and God,
right.
and not let down your dream. I think imagination is more important than intellect.
Exactly.
You gotta imagine what you want, dream what you want. You know what you have to do once you get through with your dream? You got to wake up. So
Wake
once
up.
you wake up, then all you got to do is start working towards your dream a little bit at a time.
Action.
Before you know it, you'll have it. Yeah, it takes action now.
It's action.
A dream
Wake
without
up
action is just
in
a
action.
nightmare. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got. And I joke about the numbers of how many people saw this show, but it don't have to be but one person because, like you said, it could be one person whose soul needed to hear what
Right,
we're talking about. And if we've healed that one person or put that one person on a correct path, then we
right.
have already created a miracle this day. And we're
Absolutely.
sort of giving back to God for all the greatness He gives us. If we
Yeah.
really thought about how much God loves us and how good He is to us, we'd only have time to say thank you. All day long, be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It would be our second language. So
Yeah.
I
Get
am
used to
grateful
it.
to you. Thank you for giving me this platform, this opportunity to reach you and other people, you know?
We
And
love
that's
you
all
over
I got.
here.
Well, I love
Hey,
you over there. I love how you stand it. You walk in your integrity.
that's all I know to do. So I'm going to
That's
do that
right.
and guide other people to do the same.
Thank
It's
you.
just waking up.
People reach out. Comic King 123 AOL.com. Comic King 123 AOL.com. I'll talk with you. I'll holler at you if you need help. Like
Wonderful.
I tell addicts too. Addicts know I go through this addiction thing. I'm totally in my recovery thing. But if
Uh-huh.
you're an addict and you need somebody to talk to you or heal you or direct you, call me. Reach out to me on the internet and
Love
we'll
it.
exchange numbers and I'll talk to you because
Love it.
I'm in the healing business.
Yeah,
That's my thing. If I can make you feel better, I feel better because it makes everything around us feel better. You can't
it
help nobody without
does.
helping yourself,
It
and you can't help
does.
everybody without helping you. So it's good.
Exactly.
It's good.
Awesome sauce.
So thank you so much. I am so
You're quite welcome.
grateful.
Yay! And I can't wait for you
Yay.
to come back because you've got some movies and things to put out first, and
So
then
much stuff that's coming.
then you're
Oh my
gonna have to
God.
come back. We have other juice. This is just a tip of the iceberg right now.
That's right. And your listeners need to know. Come see my play. I'm in Los Angeles, 12th and 13th of September. In fact,
You're gonna
I have
see
a
it.
comedy show this Saturday at a luau spot. This here, I just don't know where it is. The way I work, I just know where I go get my check from, and I go up and they hand me the check, and then I tell some jokes, and then I leave. Wait, let me see real quick. I think I got it right here. I'm gonna hold
Okay.
this up for 1 second, cause you said we can go overtime, and I just want to show them the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. This is a flyer. Come on, open up.
It's coming.
It's coming. La 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 la. Hit that. Tap that. No, I can't get it to get larger. I'm technically
Oh,
retarded. I'm
no,
thinking
you're
about,
not.
yeah, I'm thinking about renting a teenager, because they know what the heck. They know how to do all this stuff. And I don't even know what I'm doing, child. And you know what? I own every gadget there is. Okay, what I do is really tiny, but what I do is I put it all the way up like, let me
Okay.
see. Yo,
Well, text
yeah,
it to
it's
me. If you text it to me, I'll just put it in on the timeline.
oh, der. I'll do that. I'll text it to you. It's a luau type party that I'm hosting. I'm starting the comedy this Saturday out here in Lancaster,
Okay.
California, which right down from my city, which is called Palmdale. We're out
Uh-huh.
here near the Six Flags.
Love it.
So anyway, that's all I got. Well, I got a lot
That's
more,
it.
but child, I realize
We're
there's
gonna
no
draw a
work that than
line
being
in the
talked to
sand.
death. That's right.
Well, it's perfect. It's perfect for the time that you came on because I had
Thank you.
already done the fluff and all of that. And I think it was a surge of so many people coming on at one time. Even I got kicked out and had to come back on again. So it was
Wow.
nuts. It was
Well,
nuts.
it was perfect. That's
Perfectly
what it was.
timed.
It was
Perfectly
perfect. So
timed.
thank you, and thank you for
Thank
inviting me. I
you.
love you, and I know
Love you
you're gonna
back.
talk to my queen, and she's gonna come on and do something
She
and talk to you
is.
about the precious stones, and
I
you're
cannot
precious,
wait.
and we love you, and we
Love you
appreciate you.
back.
Thank you very much. Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day. Bye now.
Bye, Smooches.
All right.
That's it, Sparrows. We've had the infamous Michael Colyar in the room with us tonight. He'll be sure to come back again here very soon once he gets some other things done. And of course, he's creeping in with Roscoe as we close out. So thank you, each and every one that came in and joined us tonight. All of you that's going to be catching the replay, thank you as well. Be sure to reach out and follow Michael. It is such a treat always to have someone that's so legendary in our lives that's still in the midst of comedy and doing so much in acting and mentoring now, all motivational. So you can't ask for anything greater for someone who literally triumphs the way he has. So we're all fabulous in eyesight of ourselves as long as we tap into our fabulous. That's how it is. So on that note, love
Thank
without
you.
conditions. You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Always possess a
Always
positive
possess.
attitude and soar in all you do. Love you, mean that. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Don't forget to answer your comments, okay?
All right, I'm gonna go look at them.
Okay.
Oh,
Switches.
this was going out
Yeah,
on my Facebook the whole time.
absolutely.
Oh wow, I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to answer my comments right now.
Uh huh. Okay.
Thank you for real. Thank
No,
you.
thank you for real.
All right,
Ciao,
bye bye.
ciao.